O'Hara went on the news and inferred that Allison's death was an overdose, where in fact the medical examiner went on public record stating that Allison Lussier did not die of a drug overdose. She died of a subdural hematoma, which is blunt force trauma.
What were you hoping for tonight with the meeting that was canceled?
What were we trying to what?
What were you kind of hoping for?
I'm a commissioner on the Community Commission on Police Oversight. I'm Stacy Gurian-Sherman, Gurian-Sherman, S-H-E-R-M-A-N.
You guys are liars.
First name Stacy, S-T-A-C-E-Y. We put out a notice that the community put out a notice that we were going to, all of these people wanted to do what we are allowed to do at the CCPO meetings. We fought for months to get public comment, not only on the agenda, but at the top of the agenda. This is the only forum for the public to weigh in on police oversight. Public comment once a month, 2 minutes per person. We didn't have a meeting last month. This is the second meeting in a row that's canceled. And as soon as the city got notice that we were going to be demanding as citizens and residents, all of these people here, that we recognize on Missing and Murdered Indigenous Women and Relative Day, that when you ignore and dismiss and make invisible people like Allison Lussier, you are continuing genocide that's gone on for hundreds of years. When you make invisible and throw out like trash Indigenous people and other people who are unhoused, you are continuing genocide. When as a police department, you refuse to protect victims from known assailants and let them go out and escalate to murder, which happened last week and had been with Allison Lussier, you are perpetuating genocide. So people came out here for public comment, and the next thing I know, I'm getting an email that says, "Are you coming to the meeting?" We just got 2 commissioners that said they're not coming. I immediately wrote back and said, you need to have a roll call before you can cancel a meeting for lack of quorum. How do you know people won't show up? I've been at council meetings, in particular committee meetings, where there weren't enough city council members. They call the meeting to order.
Yes.
They call the roll. And then if there are not enough, they decide they cancel the meeting. They canceled this meeting prematurely, outrageously, to avoid the public. The blame is on Mayor Fry.
Right.
He has been hiding police accountability and the entire time he's been in office.
Yes.
He has hired a police chief who has failed in his duties. He put on Allison Lussier's case a sergeant who was known not to investigate the murders of Indigenous women, including another one of Allison's, of Jana's nieces, Tiffany's daughter.
Ariana Bacanard.
Thank you. So when the public comes out to call this out, and then you prematurely use lack of quorum as a pretext, this is clearly Trumponian. This is like the Republicans all over the country refusing to have meetings with their constituents because they don't want the truth to be known. We have our own little Trump running the city of Minneapolis, and it is time the voters got angry, got to the ballot box, and voted him out.
Outta here.
And if he won't fire this police chief and he won't fire this sergeant, he deserves nothing less than not to have the office that he has. It is outrageous that on this day, commemorating missing and murdered Indigenous women and relatives, that he would be so tone deaf as to cancel the only meeting that allows the public under the city ordinance oversight of the police. If you don't want to hear from people, too bad. That's your job. But when you decide you're going to be a little dictator and cancel a meeting and have your minions control everything, this is not democracy. This is outrageous.
That's right.
Yeah. It's illegal. It's against the law.
Right.